Day 3, by far, and it's weird why, by far for me, best day of E3. I don't know about you, also best day. And I think it was the best day because we didn't do anything except for one thing. Since we had already pretty much done everything we wanted to in the first 2 days. On the third day, we were kind of just like, oh, well, let's just try and find random stuff we haven't done yet and do that. And all the lines for the games were still way too big, the ones that we hadn't played. So we're like, yeah, we're still not going to do that. We don't want to waste our whole last day. And then we found this little Intel booth that was...
Gaming PC show.
Gaming PC show, yes. And we went there, and they had some Oculus Rifts that they were playing with. And we were like, hey, the line's super short. I mean, it was a wait, but I was like, when you got in line, you were like number maybe 10 in line. So we got in line, we waited, and we played a VR game with the Oculus Rift called Echo Arena. And it's apparently like the multiplayer version of a game that's coming out called Lone Echo. And we had so much fun with that. I've never played VR before. That was my first time playing anything VR, and I was like addicted to it. I was like, this is freaking awesome. I want one right now. We liked it so much that we actually went back in line and stood in line for like another hour just to play it, because just the demo itself is like maybe 20 minutes, because everyone who plays, the 2 developers, one for each team, has to show people how to do stuff every time, and once they learn, then they start a match, which is 5 minutes, and it's usually around a 20-minute wait time total. And there's only 6 people who can play at a time. So we had so much fun with that we just kept doing it. And if you've never seen the game, it's kind of like a mix between Ender's Game from the movie, where they're like in the arena at 0G, like just floating around trying to like score points, or I can't remember exactly how the movie goes. I've never actually watched it, but it's kind of like that, where you're floating around, but you're robots, and you have a little disc that you kind of got to pass to each other, and it bounces off stuff, and you got to get it into the goal. But the gameplay is so much fun since it's in 0G. It just opens up like a ton of possibilities of things you can do. And he was lined up, we were stacked up on a ring that launches you out into the arena if you hold on to it. And I was holding on to his shoulder, because if you pull the middle finger button on that little, I forget the Oculus controllers, I don't know what they're really called, but it basically clenches your hand in the game, and you can use it to climb on stuff, kind of like Spider-Man. And it was super fun, because he was lined up holding on to somebody, and I grabbed onto his shoulder, we were all waiting. And then as soon as we launched, I was just hanging on to him, and we were both flying, and then I would pull off of him and push, and I would go flying even faster. And when we were waiting in the lobby for the developers to show the new people how to play the second time we played, we found like some toys that were just floating around in the little lobby space room, and we started playing baseball with a little bat we found. He would throw the ball, and I would just smack it, and it was so much fun. And the videos on YouTube don't do it justice, because you can't just get the feel of being there with like the whole surrounding viewpoint thing, and just playing it is so much more fun than just seeing it on a screen. And I can't wait for it. I want an Oculus now. So I told the guy that as I left. I'm like, well, I was afraid this would happen. Now I want an Oculus Rift, and they're like $600 for the good package with the little controllers. But it was just a ton of fun, and it's a free game they're releasing next month, June 20th, 21st, something like that. July. And so I'm definitely probably gonna get it. You know, there's $600 I'm probably gonna blow on it. But apparently there's 7 other free games that they're releasing for it, so if you have it, it should be good. But yeah, that was by far the most fun we had in the entire trip. And the detail, honestly, like, the graphics are great for something that like is that fluid. It has a really high frame rate, obviously, so it looks real. And the texture quality is fantastic too. Like, I would hold on to something, and I was looking at my arm and other people as I was kind of grabbing onto them and spectating and stuff, and you could see tiny little scratches along the edges of the metal on their bodies, because they're robots. and they have fabric coverings in some parts, and you can see the stitchings, and just like, it's really like, when you get right up to it, you feel like you're really looking at something that close. You can see all these tiny little details they put in, and I was blown away with it. Totally hooked on VR now, at least the Oculus VR. I can't wait for it. You know, I'm gonna wait for a little while until around when the game comes out, but I'm definitely probably gonna get it. So, but yeah, that was day 3. It was a great way to end it. I'm gonna be posting other videos about like just all the raw footage I got from the show floor, and it doesn't really have any audio from the game because I just had to stand behind people and record it while they played it. So if you want like the actual audio and a bunch of other stuff, you can go watch maybe another channel's video that has a bigger one that has the actual recorded gameplay on there. But if you want to see what it looks like for actual, you know, regular people playing the game and getting the hang of it, regular gamers, then I'm gonna be putting that up too, so you guys can check that out. But yeah, that was E3 2017. Thanks for watching, guys.